Now, you would think that when the story of BPA causing cancer came out, the rest of the news media would jump on it. I mean, you'd expect conservatives to jump all over this story. They'd certainly want to slam the government for being so incompetent that they cannot even protect milk for babies. You'd expect that from news commentators like this guy, Glenn Beck. But do you want to know the subject of his show on the day the news about BPA and cancer came out? He interviewed a guy in Arizona who had seen an alien spaceship fly over his house. We really should show you a clip of that show about alien spaceships. And I even think we could use a clip without getting into any legal trouble. But the truth is, I don't know how to get a clip and show you. Things are a little low-tech around here. So here is part of the show they had the day the news about BPA and baby bottles came out, reenacted by a group chosen at random.
Yesterday, a big election was going on, and yet the Drudge Report led with a picture of the supposed alien ships that were above Phoenix.
Yeah, I'm totally moving out of Arizona. This happens like every year, and I'm freaking out over here. We've got red lights in the guy, Glenn Beck. Is that right? Guy? Okay. We have 4 red lights that were hovering over Phoenix.
Did you notice that looked like a thumb and 3 fingertips? I did not.
Look at the picture again. It was like there was a thumb and 3 fingertips, and I thought, only Fred Flintstone has 3 fingers and a thumb. Or aliens.
It's ridiculous. It happens every month, it seems like, in Arizona. We're like the epicenter for aliens.
Okay, so you were actually in the air, and it was dark, and people started seeing these lights in the sky?
Yeah.
Did they hover and then move away, or did they just hover?
All right, this is what I got because I was doing my show.
Apparently, they were telling me there were red lights. There were 4 of them in the North Phoenix sky. We had a couple of our reporters who called in first and said, hey, something's going on. I didn't know if it was a Klingon ship or what. I didn't know.
They have the invisibility cloak.
That is true, but they have the cloaking device.
Except for lights, apparently. So what are they now saying it is?
Well, no explanation from the Deer Valley Airport. No explanation from the Sky Harbor. But most people don't know what it was. Oh, that's what it was. Sorry.
There was no noise from the lights. They were very high in the sky, and they are saying, no way, this is a weather balloon. There's at least 1 report, so I have no idea. We have illegal aliens in Arizona. We've got little green men watching us in the sky.
Well, wait a minute. Hang on just a second. Let me ask you this.
Yes.
Have you thought of the idea? Because I didn't know that they were building a border fence. It's getting harder and harder to get across.
Yeah.
Has anyone considered the idea that just for a better life, small, Mexican, midgets had flares on a balloon so they could see where they were going, and they were flying and floating over that wall, and then they're like, oh crap, the wind caught me, where am I now? They lit the flare, and they're like, oh, Phoenix. Is that a possibility?
See, this is why you're syndicated. This is why.
I mean, I'm a thinker. I'm not a...
This is not bad, I will tell you.
I'm just saying.
You're saying that we have folks from Mexico that...
Isn't that more logical, really, than aliens?
I don't know. I'm taken aback by how brilliant this is now. This is my whole first few hours right now.
It is more believable, Larry, than somebody, saying, yeah, I just took some flares, tied them to some balloons. I was having fun. I mean, what kind of...
You know what? Remember what happened 11 years ago in Phoenix? Because I've been here 12 years. We had that Phoenix lights thing, all right? That was about, 10 lights. They were up in the air for 3 hours.
What do you really think it was, Larry? What do you really think it was?
I have no idea. I think your idea is probably the most feasible. I think you're probably right. I would hate to think that it's like Darth Vader coming to eat my brain.
You weren't following what was going on. I welcome Darth Vader to come and eat my brain.
Okay, now maybe Glenn Beck and his crew worked on that story for weeks and just could not bump it for a story about milk for babies. But what about this news commentator, Bill O'Reilly? He's always saying that there's no spin in his zone. He tells his audience that he's looking out for their interests. So what did Bill O'Reilly do on his show the day the BPA and cancer story broke? He had a long, and I might even say long-winded, debate about whether women or men do more housework. Let's bring the reenactors back so you can get some of that action.
Well, that's a good point. And this is flawed anti-male unanimatic study. The kind you would expect from one of Americans' leading gynovirologists. It does not take the account of kind of marriage there is. The focus is on the dishes, vacuuming, and laundry. How about fixing the shingles on the roof? How about fixing the car? How about doing plumbing, electrical work? It doesn't incorporate all of that.
I don't know if women's role outside the household has changed. I mean, are more women mowing lawns and fixing shingles and doing electrical work and plumbing?
No, they're not.
I can tell you I sure do. My dad taught me.
Hold it, Margaret. No, wait. When was the last time you mowed a lawn, Margaret?
Send me pictures, Margaret.
I worked my way through college. Oh, I've got pictures for you, Mark.
Hold it.
On my block.
You were mowing lawns to pay your way through college. You were out there?
And summers when I grew up.
Right.
All right, so listen up, news commentators. If you're going to promise that you're looking out for people, if you're going to make that promise, when it turns out that baby's milk is no longer safe, you should at least mention it on your TV show. Glenn Beck has billboards on the highway that promise his show will cut out the crap. I guess just not about something as basic as milk and baby bottles. Maybe if it was a story about baby diapers, Glenn Beck would be all over it, cutting out the crap. Bottom line, if you're going to promise to look out for people, do it. You see, the only promise we make on this show is that the camera will always be in focus and our lips will move at the same time you hear our words. We keep it simple. To be honest, I think there are times when we don't even do that, but I never watch the show, so what the hell do I know?
This is really crazy.
This is really long for me. One of my lines is supremely long.
It is really long.